Now, former Robben Island inmate, anti-apartheid activist and PAC leader Imam Achmad Cassiem has been laid to rest. The 77-year-old passed away yesterday in Cape Town. Cassiem had a large following in the Western Cape, and many mourners arrived to bid farewell to a giant. Newzroom Afrika's Athi Mtongana reports.
A former Robben Island political prisoner who was arrested at age 17, making him one of the youngest prisoners on the Western Cape Island. In 1979, Imam Achmad Cassiem formed an anti-apartheid movement, Qibla.
We were at school together when he was our senior and was arrested under the Sabotage Act, then sentenced to jail. Since he came out, I've been in constant contact with him for different reasons, in my capacity as a lawyer as well. And also politically we had many things in common. He was not entirely satisfied, obviously, with the status quo in the country since 1994 and had strong words about that. But he did so in a humane and a scientific manner. He analyzed the failures of the state. He had a large following here in the Western Cape. As you can see, this unusually large funeral that took place. In the mosque, it was only men. It's a large funeral that took place. It was representative of the community at large.
The Imam became the Western Cape's PAC chairperson before taking up the reins as Secretary General of the political movement at a national level. The Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania labeled him a disciple of Robert Sobukwe and a commander of the Abla Armed Forces.
If non-racialism was a person, we would be referring to Cassiem. His teachings, he taught us that the color of your skin counts for nothing. Of course, those are Sobukwe's teachings. He taught us that this country can only be free and liberated when the land is returned to its rightful owners. He taught us true principles, and he taught us not to be cowards. And he told us to identify the enemy very clearly. He would tell us every day when we visit him that we must only be non-violent, to non-violent people only.
Other political parties came to honor him at his funeral.
Imam Cassiem was a remarkable revolutionary leader in our community who opposed injustice. We have lost a comrade, we have lost a leader, we have lost a brother in Imam Achmad Cassiem. And it is only fitting that a revolutionary movement like the EFF comes and pay homage to a man of the stature of Imam Achmad Cassiem.
But to his family, he was more than a political activist.
Him having been a political prisoner for so many years, being under banning orders for so many years, close on to 20, if not 20 years in total, it meant that for myself and my siblings that our life with him was different compared to other families. We had to navigate around the restrictions which the apartheid regime had enforced upon us. But we did it. We did it.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Athi Mtongana in Cape Town.